you know. So anyway, oh, I had a blast. Oh, I got some new shoes. You can never go wrong. These are so fucking awesome. This store I went to, it was, I usually, see, my dad and I, we always dressed good. And we didn't like to spend money. And you go to the outlet stores. Michigan has some really good outlet stores. This is, I consider, one of the nice outlet stores. The Converse store, I go in the outlet mall. I love going there. I always see some of the most unusual and stuff. And sometimes, you know, our pocketbook can't make it. So, you know, I'm waiting for somebody to come in so I can start talking about my experience that I just came back from the late night flashlight tour over at Zack Baggins Haunted Mansion. I am so glad that he has this haunted mansion, because there's people who actually drop off haunted goods there. You know, hey, you know, I got this story, I bought this. You'll see them with like the pictures, you know, the stuff is with the item, and they're saying, hey, you know, we're having some bad luck, or they'll, oh wow, it's amazing that he has this museum. You know what it reminds me of? Warehouse 13. We have our own private Warehouse 13, Zack Baggins Warehouse 13 here in Nevada, so I feel that way. Before I went and to an outlet store, and I needed some new shoes, and for what I spent, I could have gotten just shoes at Walmart. Look at these. Oh, these are fabulous. Look at that. Got the Converse. These are nice. They're really cushy. Oh yeah. And oh yeah, I like that. Real good, you know, real good day. It was very positive. Darn it, I'm gonna have to add some water to that. Grr. I had some, see, these are from my old shoes. See, I got a coupon for next time when I go. Yeah. Removable top layer. Whoa. Oh, clear away the layer material to reveal design underneath interior layer. So I'm guessing what I'm wearing has, like, I don't know, you know, it's like you would have to see the star and stuff, you know, but it's all been taken out anyway. Okay, here I got, these are just adorable. It says, have a happy day. Ah, yeah, so I'm happy with that. And, oh, hi, how are you? Okay, since we got somebody, what the, you know, I just thought was amazing. I went and I got there. I was probably one of the first people to get there because I was in the vicinity. I go, well, I'll give myself, like, we'll leave at 9. I got from where I was at the outlet mall to the Haunted Museum. It literally took no time at all to get there. And I was very amazed. Everyone was very nice. I parked in the back because when you go to the late night tours, you park in the back. So I went around and parked in back. It's really well done. It's money worth spending if you enjoy doing this. I was lucky enough. The people were just very nice. There was no one drunk or stupid. I'm sure if there was, they would have stopped it, you know. You know, I loved how everything is. We waited outside for a bit, but you know, it is what it is. Every time I go there, Mr. Baggins is buying more wonderful haunted things, and he's probably been given a lot of haunted things that they just say, hey, we can't deal with this here, have it. I was near to that point when I bought a haunted item online, and it just, the stuff, it was just a toy no bigger than this. I bought it. It's like we have our own Warehouse 13 here by Zack Baggins, or Baggins. And what it is it's amazing. Oh, please put a thumbs up. Welcome. There's chatting down below, and I am talking about Zack Baggins' own personal Warehouse 13. Now, if you don't know Warehouse 13, it is where they have unusual things. They call it, these items have where, I guess it would be like they're magical items that can do bad. And I think that there's some of the items in the museum, there's a reason why they're put away and put where they are, because they probably can do some quite a bit of damage, including that die box. Oh my God. It was like, they have this one thing where it's up on there, you know, they get everything set up. That's what took so long. And it's for the die box. And when we left, I'm like thinking, wow, God, you know, I mean, there was a lot more because there's people around, boy, but it was a lot more active. You know, when we walked out, it started going beep, 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 this one thing. And it was like, we go back in there, we're asking it questions, we're giving things to you so we can have a good investigation. So I went with these two young ladies that came together, and we went with these this couple, this man and lady. So there was 5 of us, and we were able to ask it questions. And I was in the rocking chair room, and my flashlight was literally dimming. Everyone was watching. I pointed at the at the rocking chair. I didn't want to get close to that. No, everyone wanted to. No, I'm not going to want to. No, I don't. Yeah. But I made everybody pray before we went and walked around. No, we're going to pray. We stood in a circle. I said the prayer and we left. Everyone be safe, sound, and everyone was good. My grandfather on my mom's side was a badass preacher, and he was a very kind man. But I always been told, if he says prayer works. So I prayed before I went with my group, and we walked around and were amazed. Oh my God, I got to see that big dollhouse, that big one. I really got the story behind it, and I'm like, holy crap, holy. It's like, woo. It's literally, you don't realize how big this dollhouse is until you get up on it. It is pretty much, I'm 5'7", and it would probably come on. It's like one of those live dollhouses. Oh my God, that thing kept calling me. I just felt like I was very attracted to that dollhouse. Everyone was watching me. I was just going back to it. It was creepy. I really felt attracted, like the dollhouse is going, come on, Omega, come over here and play with us. Let's play a little dollhouse. I really wanted to open it up and just sit there for hours and play. I really did. That's what I wanted to do. I would have been happy. I would have been happy just sit me there. I would have just been enclaved by that big dollhouse. I could see that happening. I could see that the father sitting there for hours just putting stuff together and making things right, you know, because his life sucked. So he wanted his pretend life to be much better. And it's really, really sad how the story comes about with the dollhouse. There's many other objects in there, and there's a whole lot. We have Kevorkian's van. That's my favorite room, even though there's more or less, I would see that it didn't, for me, it felt like there was, you know, more of a remembrance of what he was called Dr. Death. And I was in Michigan when all the crap was going on, when he went into prison and all that. I was there in Michigan. And I thought to myself, Lord, you know, he tried to do good. My grandmother had a saying, the pavement to hell was paved with a shitload of good intentions. You know, some people's good intentions go different than, you know, how it goes. Oh, I gotta add some water. Where's water? Water. Middle. So, yeah, I didn't stop at my boyfriend's in Vegas. I'm mad at him. He just kind of sucks. He doesn't call me or nothing. Ah, there we go. So I got some a new pair of pants at the outlet stores, 3 pairs of shoes. 3 pairs of shoes and new pants cost $107 because when I went shopping there last time, and my daughter was visiting a while back, and what happened was I went there, you know, my daughter was visiting. That's the one thing. I'm going to take my daughter. I want to take my son to the flashlight, to where I went. He'd really enjoy it. You know, I would say that it was a very enjoyable experience. It is very nice. The people are amazing. I had a blast and a half, you know. It was my second visit, and the first time I really didn't get the whole just, wow. I love the flashlight tour. It is amazing. And, you know, I mean, you can't, what I thought when I walked in, you almost feel like, you know, you're like, a euphoria or whatever. It was just simply amazing. I would go there. Now, for me, I had a blast. I had a lot of positive people. It was positive attitude. It's your attitude too. If you're going there in a pissed off attitude, you're going to get a whole different type of experience, and it might not be what you want. So, you know, it is what it is, you know. So I figure I put this out and be able to, you know, tell some people that it is well worth it. Everything is well put together. You have a lot of hard working people, and yes, it is spendy. It is not cheap. I will not put out the price because I believe that they have, you know, prices change. So just check out on Zack Baggins Haunted Museum. You do everything online, or you can, you know, more or less, it's like, you know, you can, it's, you know, one of those, do it online, or you could go there. I'd rather do it online and just show them that I paid and stuff, because it's much easier. It's like, hey guys, I didn't pay. What? I go, look, I've been waiting for you guys to ask me, and I'm like, so I had to go back, and this is the first time I came, so now I know, you know, how everything works, and, you know, and I really thank you. I want to just say thank you, Zack Baggins, for having this museum. It's not just having the museum for people to visit. Some people have haunted items that they can't get rid of. And your place is the haunted area warehouse 13, we go to the haunted warehouse 13. Thank God for Zack Baggins that did that. Okay, so if anyone has any questions, and this has been done, played out, and you want to have questions, well, you're welcome to ask me on here. You can maybe throw in, hey, uh, but usually if you call and you ask, they will answer the phone, they will ask, they will, you know. I would never go there high or drunk, because you won't get your money's worth. You either will be, it's just, that's how I feel. If I'm going to be spending money, I want to enjoy the whole experience, because that's how I roll with it. It's just not fun having an experience if you're not going to really remember, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, there we go. Okay, so, hi, how are you? I have finished. I went to the Zack Baggins nighttime tour, flashlight tour. See, here's my thing. It's light now. God dang, the ghost. I if the ghost did touch me because I was wearing my puffy jacket, I wouldn't have felt it. But I can guarantee you they were all touching this, a lot of them, because my light was not very bright in there. They were getting they were getting their energy from my flashlight, because it was dimming. I went into the rocking chair room. Oh my God, it was like, hey, look, your light's dimming. I'm like, oh my God, yeah. I didn't even notice it because I'm just looking at it, the beam, and I didn't realize that. Wow. I'm just so very happy that we were able to have a good time. There wasn't no people playing stupid games. Let's drink and get real ripped and go into a place where there's spirits. Yeah, that's not the way to do it. But I'll tell you, I love it. It's like, am I scared of things? Yes. But before I go, I meditated and I asked for protection for my group and stuff, even before I left. Met a lot of, but I love my pants. Look at these suckers, are awesome. Woo. These are going to be so comfy tonight. I am wearing them tonight. They got nice pockets. Look at these pockets. For women, us women, the designers fall short when it comes to the pockets, because we go to put our phone, and our phones, now that our phones are as big as a tablet, they fall out. So I find out, let me tell you this, I do go to the men's section for their pants, for my work pants, because I could put my phone away. But this is a pretty good size, the you could probably put half the phone in. But it's a nice, I was thinking, God, I was so happy, because my a lot of my shoes they get worn down so much, and when I don't buy shoes for a couple years, I mean, they still feel good. It's just it's been, I'm glad that I got my new shoes. Oh, I'm so excited. Yeah, so, and I went with my new pair of shoes. I felt so confident. I had such a good day. It just ended so well with this, and it made me think, God, you know, oh, I don't know what it is, but I gotta go pee real quick and I'll be right back. Don't smoke? Okay, I'll be right back. I gotta go pee. Whew. All right, I'm back. All right, it says don't smoke. Okay. All right, I won't smoke. But, ooh, look what I got. I got new slippers. Look, these suckers are cute. Thank God I didn't notice this. Look at these. There's little buggies. They're like little buggies with their little eyes. Anyway, I went for the nighttime. It's like a tour, but you kind of tour yourself because I was there. I myself was there before. You know, I went on the daytime a while back on a daytime tour, and it was really nice, and I really had a blast. I didn't take the full tour because, I'm going to be honest, at that time I had a car note that was bigger than most people's house payments, and I didn't want to lose what I had. So, yeah, I didn't lose it, so, you know. Oh, God. Ah, yes. Yay. So I had an actual, it was so great. To me, the scariest parts in there were the clowns. And they're all over, you know, like they're in places, you know. And there's this one, the eyes. I'm not going to say which one. It's the eyes. Really creeped me out. It made me feel like it was watching. Like you could see it watch. Like it was looking at you, watching you. And that's how I felt. I thought, wow. Oh, man. So I thought, oh, wow. I didn't want to get near it. I'm going to be honest. I didn't want to get near it. Nope. I was the last person to leave, so I'm not going to. No, we know what happens to that last person deal. Yeah. But wow. It was really, I'm going to tell you, you will get activity. It is worth, for me, it's worth the money. You're in a safe. If you want something, if you want to experience something in a, I would say, in a controlled environment, and when you're dealing with spirits, there's there's really no controlled environment, but as controlled as you possibly can get it, yep, that is safe. I would say that it is, for me, I signed the waiver, I understood the danger, and I knew I've been there before. I've watched his shows. I'm like, all right, and I'm very damn grateful that there is a haunted museum. You know why? Because if I have a haunted object that I feel I can't get rid of, like you hear stories of people throwing the stuff away, crashing it, doing all kinds, burning it, and it came right back. It's like the cat, you know, song came right back the very next day. I blew it up all the way, you know, it's like, psh, come back again. You just drop it off over a Zack Baggins Haunted Museum. And he'll make sure it doesn't come back to your place, and he'll have it right there. And that is amazing. I mean, I think so, but hey, it is what it is. You know, that's how I feel. You know, at least, you know, we have our own warehouse 13 here in Vegas. That's right. We call it Zack's Spook House 13. That's right. Zack's Spook House. That's it. I'm gonna call Zack's Spook House 13. This is called Spirit Away, so I'm gonna have to check that out. Woohoo. I was so excited to get this, though. I was happier that it fit because I didn't want to, you know, have slippers. You ever buy slippers and, well, more or less, you get them for Christmas and you realize that those suckers aren't going to stay on your feet unless you glue them on? Like my grandma used to say, oh, it'll be okay. Oh, yeah. Got my new slippies. Yeah. So, yeah, I went to Hot Topic. Oh, wait till you see this. Wait till you see. You gotta see this. All right, all right. I got a thing for hats. There we go. I give you guys a hug. Look, give you a hug. It's my hugging hat. Oh, so anyway, it reminds me of my cat. Yeah, he's around. He left me because he wanted to be. So you buy two things and you get one free. So I wonder what item I got free. Let's see, what thing did I get free? Oh. Buy two, get one free. So they make everything. So I bought the slippers and I got the other stuff pretty much like, let me see. I had a certain amount. Let's see, roared. It was like I think $1.75 or something. No. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Okay, don't smoke. So I got this. There we go. If you see anything with dragons, look at oh, it's so cute. I almost have to because you got to see the eyes. Maybe I should put it behind my head when I work at work and have my boss like do it this way. Hey, guess what I can be for Halloween? Let's see. I can be. Guess who I am? I'm Cousin It. Okay, so somebody here who is on here can't sleep. So where are you from, can't sleep? Oh, and put your you're welcome to put a thumbs up. So let me see, where's the, yeah. So hopefully you will be able to get some sleep. Oh, yeah. $20. I was like, God dang, how much are these originally? Just I don't know what the original price is, but it's the I got like 40% off, 34.97. It was like $20. I was like, dang, Converse. Believe it or not, in the 80s, Converse was not a big name. You can buy Converse at Kmart. Converse was bought at Kmart. 80s, you went and you didn't get the big stylish shoe. Whatever shoe at that month was hot, you went to Kmart and you got your Chuck Taylors. That's what they were called. They weren't called Converse. They were called Chuck Taylors. They changed it up later on, but yeah, I grew up with them. In fact, I finally said, Dad, let's just go. And we went to the malls and stuff, and that's when we started going to the outlet malls years ago, before they became a big thing. That's how I used to buy school clothes, because there was no way I could afford, my dad was like, well, I'll help you, but, that's what jobs are for and stuff. So I pretty much bought my own stuff, and I didn't cry to my dad, oh, I need money or whatever. I was cool with it. You know, it was tight though. My God. But I bought my own school clothes from my grandmother. Found out, and she would send me stuff what I liked and whatnot from California. They have this place back in the day called Pick and Save. And Pick and Save was really reasonable. And you can get Ocean Pacific OP. To buy OP was like as expensive as Converse or, the name brand stores, Nike. It was right up there. And to get OP meant that you were like, cool. My grandma said, we got OP shorts here for X amount of dollars. And I said, Grandma, could you send me some? I'll send you some money. She goes, no, I'll do it. And she just had this giving heart. And you're like, there was times I didn't need nothing. And we were at a stop sign and I looked at her and I go, I love you. And then I was just like, I might as well say it because, I felt that way. I felt so grateful for all the stuff my grandma did. I looked at her and I go, I love you. And then I turned back and she goes, what do you want? And I go, I felt that way. Told you. Okay? You're listening though. I loved it. My grandmother listened. But anyway, if you're wanting to know about the Haunted Museum, I get rambling on and I get off course, as they say. So it is worth it. To me, it was. Because I didn't have to pack my bags. I didn't have to do nothing but put gas in my car. I made sure the chickens had food before I left. And my cat was okay. And I left. I didn't have to do no planning because I'm only an hour and a half from the Haunted Museum. And I always tell people, it's like, it's a nice, I love the environment. Oh my God. And even though we had nothing happen in the Capone room, I really feel that, you know, it's just, I think it's a very comfortable room. I think I spent some time as a flapper or something in that time area because the I love how they put that fucking room together. The Capone, I call it the Capone room. and and it's just it's nice. you know, feels homey, you know, very, you know, like someone who's got taste, you know. So anyway, I went to the late night flashlight tour over at Zack Baggins Haunted Museum. It was something that I would say well worth it. And if you're going and you've never been there and you want to do the flashlight tour, then let me tell you this. Go with someone who's been there before. Go, hey, has anyone been here before? Oh, I'll go with those group because they'll know where, you know. I thought I knew where the hotbeds were, but psh, you know what? Where I thought they would be, it's like they go, oh, spirits go, yeah, you think, yeah, we'll make you look good. You look like a, ooh, yeah, there's nothing going on in here. Yeah, there's certain places and things and stuff. Like I always, my grandmother, like any museum, especially this one, I believe looking with your eyes is much more feasible. I know we all want to touch, boy, that cauldron. You don't want to touch that cauldron. I'm glad they got that glass over it. I'd be like, come home and my hands falling off, you know. Oh God, yeah, because you know, they have Max has some really good stuff on there, including with a lot of the artifacts that are in Zack Baggins' Haunted Museum is on Max. You can check that out if you're curious. I think it's an amazing how they put the story together. It makes you feel wow. So that cauldron, so you gotta watch it. This woman, it's called what my grandmother used to say, seeing a house that's no longer there, that's been burnt down. You see a ghost house. That would be freaky. Wow. The cauldron, how it was found, and what it means, you know? Yeah. I'm not going to tell you. I am not going to say. That's why I didn't put much info on that, but I should put. You can see a lot of the stories on Max. It's really good. But oh, I'm going to go to bed. I'm not smoking. You said no smoking, so I won't smoke. So it was a great tour. I am tired. I'm ready for bed. So good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.